Hey, 2025 SEMA Show coming live to you from Las Vegas. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, what you don't want to do is make the mistake and not getting your badge early enough. This Disneyland line ride was horrible. This was the section just as we got up to the big pad, and it winded back and forth, and it started in the parking lot. It stayed up about an hour and a half our time. It was horrible. So get your passes on time. Once we got the passes, we immediately went to South Hall, and we're cruising around South Hall upstairs, or downstairs, I should say. And we ran right into the Jeep Chrysler Ram. I don't know. Can't keep up with all the names they're calling their vehicles now and changes. But I thought this was pretty cool for you Jeep guys. It's Christmas time. Make your Jeep an ugly sweater. This was a cool kiosk where you got to sign up and get a free t-shirt. And when you do, they send you all these emails. I already unsubscribe already because it was just crazy how many. Like, I get it. You want to market. Send 1 or 2 emails, not 10 in the same day. I didn't think that was fun. And my cameraman yelled at me. He's a big Ram fan. He just got his truck. This is a new stock truck that's pretty dang cool. I thought the wheels were awesome for stock. If I had it, I probably wouldn't change it. It's some old school trucks in their booth too, which I thought was cool. And then just as we exited, we found this really cool Jeep in another booth, and I really like the lighting on it. These are those interior lights that are really, really small. I just thought they did a very good job of it. I was really impressed. So if you're one of the guys that worked on this vehicle and installed that, man, kudos to you. They were cruising through South Hall. You know, if I was into wheels and tires more, I probably would stay here longer, but it's not really that grabs my interest too much. This one is a lot of things where you get wheels and tires and check for more wheels and tires and buy machines that allow you to line those wheels and tires. So you don't have to buy more wheels and tires. But once we ended that, we went in the lower or upper level. I can't remember where we start. We missed the upper level, I guess. Ran across this beauty. This is those cartoon paint jobs I freaking absolutely love. I'm a big 911 fan. If you guys don't know that, this car was so sick. Absolutely love this. Dreaming about this since I got back. I tell you what, man, maybe we need to do this on the Project Tundra. Such a sick paint job. So cool. And we went outside, and right outside, we ran across this truck. Let's take a listen to it. Once the goosebumps went away, we continued on down the street and looked at these big trucks, and took some pictures of these big trucks, or look closely, you'll see some Bluetooth drive lines on them. It's pretty interesting. Those are pretty popular. They're for sale in the Bluetooth drivelines section somewhere. Anyways, pretty cool truck, pulling the truck, thought was kind of neat. Then we're going to go down, and now we're going to be walking from South Hall down Central Hall to our right, and then we're going to end up at the North Hall, and then to the left when you hit North Hall, that's going to be the new West Wing, which is super cool. As you walk down here, you're going to see more trucks, and this is that kind of cool area to the right where they have that. On the left, there's going to be a lot of activities we're going to cover in day 2. There's some drifting and some things over there that we're going to be showcasing what we got going on. But this section every year seems to be the Horn Blaster section. It's pretty cool that they get to use that as their booth, I guess. I don't know. Just seems like these every year, guys are out there. So kudos to you guys for being able to get all your vehicles. They're great vehicles, don't get me wrong, and they're typically client cars. Like, I love it. But as you see these stickers on the cars, a lot of times manufacturers are paying for them. These are feature vehicle spots. That's how you get in there, so they got to advertise. I totally get it. This I thought was a kind of ridiculously crazy, but you know, I was kind of thinking, what would you do with all those turbos on your truck where you can't really see out? I think you're the guy at the end of all the trucks following each other, and if the turbo goes out, you just automatically have a spare one for them to use. Why don't you leave me a kind of a thing in the description of why that's so important and why that's cool to have that many turbos on there? I couldn't really figure it out. I don't even see how they see out of that thing. So as we cruise along, continuing on here, we're just now getting outside in front of the Central Hall, which they've actually redone quite a bit, remodeling. It looks really super nice inside. Very impressed with what they've been doing with the convention center over there, so it's pretty cool. Saw some old cool trucks here, so we're getting some really kind of throwback stuff along with some new stuff here. It was really, really awesome to see the really great mixtures of the cars and trucks and Jeeps and, you know, import vehicles, everything out there here. And as the trucks start fading away, we're going to get into more cars because Central Hall is typically your speed, hot rod area, that type of thing is inside Central Hall. those type of products are there. So South Hall is more wheels and tires, and then West Hall is going to be your trucks, and North Hall's typically 12-volt car audio and body and paint and some other things and racks and all that kind of cool stuff. So as we continue along here, in that side of Central Hall, we're going to pass the big SEMA sign on the left we saw in the introduction, and then I came across this beauty. This is one of those vehicles that I've seen online, I've seen on social media, and I got to tell you, man, this thing's so impressive. It is way cooler in person than it is online. I can't give it enough justice. I'm just saying that if I ever won the lottery, there would be signs. I'd love to get my hands on this and throw some audio. All right, we continued our way and worked our way towards North Hall. We're going to pass some more vehicles here. Like I said, we're kind of sticking to this side of the parking lot. We'll cover the other side later. Now, these vehicles all outside here are what they call feature vehicles, and manufacturers pay for that spot. And every year it goes up a little bit, but this is what it is. And these are personal vehicles out here. These aren't just the manufacturers that buy this car. These are personal vehicles. These are builder vehicles. These are shop vehicles. And their manufacturers reach out to them, and they want to get their parts on there and showcase these vehicles. And that's why you see the stickers on them. You know, you got to show sponsorship to those manufacturers for help getting this car there. So if you're ever there, make sure you don't lean on them, because they are the personal cars. On the way in, we ran into this beautiful Toyota. We like it. It's pre-runner. You know, we have kind of a little part of our heart that loves those pre-runners since we have them. I thought it was a gorgeous looking one. Then we ran across this beauty. This is definitely, I think, every shop needs one, or at least my shop. I think it's so dope to be able to tow your rat rod with an old school tow truck / flatbed, whatever you want to call it. And then in case you didn't know, once again, this is a beautiful vehicle. I don't even know what to say. That's why I had to put it back in here. I had to go get a second look. This thing is so cool. If you're the owner of this vehicle, let me know. I want to put some rad audio in this thing. I want to get my hands on this. So let's go inside the North Hall before we end the show for the day and check out a product, because it's pretty cool. We are live here at the Diamond Audio booth showcasing a brand new speaker. And I've known about this for a while. It's pretty cool to finally see it. This is their HXM Black. It's a brand new series. It's an upgrade from the standard HXM that fits in the Harley Davidsons. The really cool part about this is a 5x7. You might go, well, why do I need a 5x7? The 5x7 is a factory replacement for the saddlebag list for the 14 to 23. Now the neat part about it is this will just drop in and replace, no modification needed. The other option you'll have is using the Vegas hardbag 5x7 6x9 mount that we sell, the F-lid, that will convert that 5x7 to a 6x9. You can always find that on VegasHardbags.com. Pretty cool. Excited to be able to offer this. All right, guys, that's the end of day one. Check us out. We're going to be covering the show every day, all the way through Friday. So give the channel a like and subscribe, and we'll see if we can find some other cool things here at the SEMA Show.